Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. They are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue, quite a sight to behold. So facing up here to a team that has been the league's whipping boys in recent weeks, they really are on a terrible slide.
That is true, and there's an obvious lack of confidence, which can develop into outright fear when morale and spirit is affected to this extent, Peter. Escaping this type of downturn can be helped by the first goal, obviously, and they desperately need it on this occasion.
As you can see, we've already started here. Up towards the front line. Philip. Defenders on the back foot. Plays it long. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Forward it goes. Tries to get it forward quickly. Now it's Kane.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Freiburg were quick to defend their manager in the wake of criticisms levelled at him in recent days.
Yeah, but he brought the criticism upon himself by making substitutions that didn't really make sense. They added confusion when he really needed cohesion.
And it's Goretzka. Davis. And that has been clubbed away.
No efforts on target is acceptable if levels of enthusiasm and energy are good, and they're not.
Well, that's where he wants it. And that's one way to annoy his teammates. Davis. Gets on the end of it. Hoists it forward, and here's the chance to counter. Has he found his man? Ginter. Davis. Kimmich. Goretzka. Kimmich. Into the channel. Has gone out. What a ball this has turned out to be. Looking for space out wide. And it's been taken straight back. Philip. And now the breakaway. Whipped in. And that's out of reach. Davis. And it's Goretzka. Goretzka tries to stroke it through. Drives it towards the front. Goretzka. Straight through to the keeper. There's the end of the first half. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. Any strong opinions on the first half?
I think it's been a very impressive defensive effort. They've never been broken down and contained the opposition attack extremely well.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. So off we go once more.
Well, the first half didn't really produce the goals we'd have liked. Hopefully they've been saved for the second. For that to be the case, though, we'll need to see more energy and invention early on.
Gets into a dangerous position. It's the through ball. And that's been levered clear. Over to the left. Davis. And it's Goretzka. Lobs it in gently. No, that's too long. That's been drilled forward. Kimmich gets his foot in there. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Timely intervention. And it's played forward. Well, needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. Philip. And he's going long. Knocks it away. He's had that put on a plate. Hits one! In it goes! There is the breakthrough!
Oh, what a cracking goal, but a cracking touch as well. That's what made it for me. That's brilliant play all round.
Freiburg take the lead, 1-0.
Well, listen, a few words of advice and encouragement from the manager during the break can often straighten things out, and it's paid off here.
It's on a plate. Davis. Chance! Inter can hoist it clear. Well read, he sorted that out.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Well, Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to
do. And it's Davis. Kane looking to get on the end of this. And shoots! He has done it! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser. Finishing doesn't come simpler than that. Bang in front of goal.
It's rarely a problem when that much time is afforded in the penalty box. Nobody sensed where the danger was lurking, and the finish was made a lot easier.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Goes for goal! Cleared away. Oh, good interception. A real chance to break. That's a decent ball. And he's onside. Philip, big chance! And that has been cleared.
Freiburg merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Goretzka. Kimmich. Plays it out to the flank. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Gets it into the middle. Defending of the desperate variety. Tries to pick out and a header! Oh, that's a fine save!
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Played towards the front men.
They're making life really hard for themselves. The ball needs to be in the mixer, not there.
What an adventurous run from a defender.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
That had to be more accurate. Forward it goes. Let down by a lack of accuracy. Kane plays it forward. And that's it. A very good game of football. No winner, but both sets of fans have got their money's worth. Fine entertainment. It ends all square. Hello and welcome one and all. Great to have you on board for our continued coverage of these group stages, and it is safe to say that we're now entering the race for the finish line. It becomes about guaranteeing a place in the knockout stage, and indeed for some at the top end of the group, finding out who will finish in pole position and who their potential opponents may be. You do sense inevitably a much greater sense of urgency from those both on the pitch and in the stands, because the margins are becoming tight. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue, quite a sight to behold. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's 4-3-3.
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker, of course, and protect their fullbacks, so they'll get few breathers. If these two don't make a good impression, there are quite good replacements on the bench.
So that's got things underway. Hoists it forward. Sticks in a foot to win it back. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Tries a shot! Oh, nearly. Davis. Oh, that's neat. Aimed in towards the centre. And out to safety. Plays it out to the flank. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Going through. Davis delivers. And he's there to hoof it away. Looking for space out wide. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. And it's got through. Bruges seem happy to let their strikers roam out wide.
I wouldn't want that.
No?
No, well, my worry is that their main threat is being shifted out of contention.
Out for a throw. On the right now, what's on? He's pinged one through here. David, chance! And the ball's come out! Cleared without complication. The other side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Davis has been fat. Has a pop! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, he did get himself into a good position. Something for him to cling to.
Ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Look at the defender bombing forward. Now surely! There's the shot! Oh, that's a fine save!
Goretzka simply didn't do anything wrong. He was thwarted by brilliance.
Plays it out to the wing. Here it comes. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. They've played it short. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
You have to admire commitment like that.
He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And that has been cleared. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that. Oh, real has a hit! They've scored! Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Surprise, surprise, he just keeps on delivering, and listen, we all expect that.
Good challenge, stood up well against his man. Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. Has a goal! Oh, that is asking for trouble. It's out of play for a goal kick. Goretzka boasts the best record in the team when it comes to receiving passes. Well read, he sorted that out. Referee's given a throw. That's not going to go down too well with his teammates. Looks to clip it forward. And through to the goalkeeper. Goretzka is the guilty party there. Davis drives it forward. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments. It ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now. How would you review the first half?
At least, Peter, not conceding another goal has kept them in this game, and they can up their response in this second half.
Leading 1-0 at the break. Already up and running for the second half.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
Shot a goal! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Goalkeeper's ball. And it's played forward. Long ball, but not especially accurate. And help's available out wide. Throw it. Gets away from his opponents. Goretzka gets it away. Here comes another cross. And he's got the ball glued to his feet. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, they say that your front lads should be that first line of stopping the opposition, and I think he's taken it to another level with his desire to get back and help everyone out.
Forward it goes. Tries lifting it over. That's a promising ball.
Bruges showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
Well, hit and hope is just about the sum of it, isn't it, Jim?
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Goretzka does well to read it and intercepts. Played out to the right. Gets it back. Chance to break. Kane. Shapes to shoot! It's there! Two to the good! They have breathing space! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Peter, that was just a defensive act of generosity that was always going to have a painful ending.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Over to the left. Has a pop! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
And it's been taken short. A chance to play it in. Brings it forward. And the finish! And it's hoisted clear. It's a loose ball. Dinks one in. Tries one! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Well, no question.
He's not played the ball, that's a foul. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, good ball. Goretzka. It's on a plate. Out to the left it goes. Going for goal! Really well taken goal. Oh, flags up, so that won't count.
Yeah, the assistant called it correctly. There's some disagreement, as usual, but they've got it right.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. Keeper sends it forward. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. So not long left in this now. Bruges look as though they are set to go out. Played into the middle. Cleared away.
Well, to be honest, I think they're all show and no substance. Where's the final product?
He's there to receive it. Kane. And here comes the corner. So, time for changes on both sides, actually. And it's hoisted clear. And that has been clubbed away. It'll be a throw-in. touch. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Gets into some space, tries the cross, and it's played forward. Tries to stroke it through. It's got through to him. Oh, shooting chance! This could fall anywhere. Trying to get there, and they've been caught out here. Now can he finish? Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So they bask in their win, a genuinely professional performance, and a result which was well-deserved. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Yeah, and a result that was true to form, a big team beating a not-so-big team, and the lesson dealt.
Well, a very warm welcome to you on this most pleasantly clear evening. Conditions absolutely beautiful, perfect for the beautiful game. Temperatures are kind as well, no doubt playing a hand in high attendance levels as well as an elevated level of anticipation here. Surely this is the hot ticket going around in this neck of the woods. It surely must be. No question that this is one of the most striking structures in all of sport, the Allianz Arena. And already we're underway here. Here it is now, surely! Now can he finish? Davis. That has sent him sprawling. He can get that clear. Kimmich. That's nice. It's one! Looks to bypass the midfield. And it's Davis. Keeps everyone guessing. Looks to clip it forward. And that's been levered clear. Yep, it's a corner. And he's there to clear it. What What an adventurous run from a defender. Knocks it away. Davis. Cleared without complication. Played back in. Either side really getting hold of the ball. And out to safety. Defending of the desperate variety. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Referee's given a throw.
Stuttgart have made it clear what they're trying to do for me, Peter.
What are they trying to do?
Well, I think they're making the pitch as big as possible to work both flanks into better supply routes.
And it's played forward. He's made sure that that won't get through. Tries to get it forward quickly. And the ball is out of play. Back into the middle. A buccaneering run from the defender. Great leap! Oh, just needed a better contact.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
Stuttgart have been impressive going forward this season. The numbers certainly back me up, don't they?
Well, the thing is, Peter, they've been the subject of a style review, and the critics have gone a little quiet after the conservatism of last season to the adventure we're seeing now. And I think they look really well suited to it.
Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending. Forward it goes. Tries to stroke it through. No question, that's a foul. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Managed to get it away. Kimmich. It's broken loose. Belts one. Kimmich. Kane. Now she goes for goal! Goal! Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one. Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Still a fragile lead, though. They can't afford to sit on this.
Hoists it forward. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Davis. Bundled over, that is a foul. And that's going to be a booking. The protest continues, but in the end they are defending the indefensible. Looking to pull clear here. He's having a go. It's hit the crossbar. Fence has got rid of that. And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. Here we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, they showed glimpses of some wonderful football to go in with the lead at half-time, and that's definitely pleased the fans. I think they'll be looking to keep this intensity up now in the second half.
Leading 1-0 at the break. Already up and running for the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Good challenge, he just stood firm. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Stuttgart come into this match following a triumph for the boss last time.
Well, Peter, he was lauded by the media, and quite rightly too. I think what he did was clever and decisive, and it just goes to show how tactically astute he is.
Zagadou. Forward it goes. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Can't get the better of his opposite number. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Good idea, just poorly executed. Davis. Tries to get it forward quickly. He's got options out wide. Receives it from behind. He gets past his man. So who's he picking out? And he's cut it out.
Stuttgart are definitely going about this the right way.
Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Just has to be done.
Drives it towards the front. Done very well to intervene. Looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Up he gets! Oh, whistle's gone, now then! And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. A formality, we're level! He was just never going to miss.
Yeah, and he smashed it right down the middle. It was just as well the keeper didn't hold his position.
Stuttgart grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I think this is a case of anything you can do, we can do too. I mean, they're matching each other like for like here.
Hoists it forward, played into space out wide. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner.
That's just very well played. He can't hurt you with his back to goal, and he didn't go for the back heel.
He's left his man. Lovely bit of skill. Well read, he sorted that out. Kane. Not offside that time. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. And it's played forward. And here's Kane. Over to the left.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Tries to locate someone up front. Be a throw-in. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
And he heaves it forward. To hoof it away. Stuttgart making consecutive changes here.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who...
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Going for goal! Shot at goal!
You wonder if that's it.
Oh, real danger here. Timely intervention.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
With a delicate ball.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here. Time is ticking away, and they're playing as if they're defending it.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he's going to have his name taken. And that will be the final act. Passion and panache and perseverance, and in the end, parity. A really good... Oh, what a lovely, lovely day. Absolutely glorious weather here as we welcome you to a football match of considerable significance, great consequence in this part of the world. They've been talking about this one for a while and they have rolled up to it in fantastic numbers. You should have seen the roads outside the ground in the hour or two leading up to it. It has been bumper to bumper, the traffic has been extraordinary, but the level of expectation is also very, very high. And these supporters who were queuing round the block for their tickets as soon as we knew the date of the fixture, well, now they can't wait for it to begin. And begin it will any second now. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue. Quite a sight to behold. Well, a quick look at the opposition, and results really have not been good for them at all just recently. They haven't won at all in the last three.
Testing.
Has a hit! It's there!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Goretzka. Shooting chance! Oh, taken with style! 2-0 and in next to no time! All over in seconds, that's what they can do to you.
That's just brilliant counter-attacking football, and as soon as possession was theirs, it triggered a move of devastating speed that was just too hot to handle.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, they're very much the better team.
And the shot! It's in! Back to within 1! Interesting!
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could near well reward them with an equaliser.
Tries to locate someone up front. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Frankfurt were quick to defend their manager in the wake of criticisms levelled at him in recent days.
Listen, there's just no hiding place, and it was refreshing to hear him admit to getting it wrong. He miscalculated.
There's the shot! Chooses to go back, tries to dink it in, and the shot! Sticks it away! And this is getting better and better. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
It has a hit! And more! And they're at it again in double quick time.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
So now the difference is 3.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Crosses it, he's had a go! And oh! And the ball's come out! He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. And it's Goretzka. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And here's Kane. Kane. A chance to play it in. And a shot! And the follow-up. It goes to show he is human after all.
Goretzka very nearly made that count from a combination of luck and good judgment.
Just brushed off the ball there. Ball through, needs to be good. Has a goal! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, he did get himself into a good position, something for him to cling to.
Goretzka tries to get it forward quickly. Hoists it forward, cuts it out. And here's Kane, looking to force his way. It's Kane! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
OK, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Goretzka gets on the end of it. Oh, that is off. Big chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Plays it out wide. And the through ball is intercepted. Oh, really good feet from him. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. And the counter is on. Here's the through ball. And he's cut it out.
Kane really just wasn't quick enough then. Well, his thinking certainly wasn't. Didn't make use of what I felt were some very good options.
Floats one over. Goes for goal! No mistake! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed!
The invitation was received with such a clever run. and he had that defence in utter confusion.
His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. Frankfurt give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Well, the ball's come loose, and the chase is on. Forward it goes. And that'll be the last act of the first half.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time. And the game has already resumed here. Pantovic! Defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
And it's Kane. He's got options out wide. Knocks it away. Through. Has a hit! Referee has just said play on. Well, they can break here. Plays it out to the wing. No, that's not the ball he wanted. Frankfurt are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frighten the people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield too.
Goretzka at his creative best. He's set up 2 goals. Loses his balance and loses the ball. Gets the better of his man. And it's played forward. Well played, he saw that coming. He's through. And that has been cleared. Goretzka hits that long. The ball has crossed the line, and it's a throw. Kane.
It's a busy front line, lots of movement.
And is that working for you?
Well, not really. To be honest, I'm not a great fan of taking goal potential away from the penalty pucks.
And here's Kane. And he's there to clear it. Drilled in low. Cleared away. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. He's had a crack. Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Looks to bypass the midfield. Done very well to intervene. What an adventurous run from a defender. And a play for a throw. What a... It's Goretzka! That's a half-decent try.
Goretzka certainly could have and should have made more of that.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Can't get the better of his opposite number. Looking to get within range. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there. Goretzka. Oh, well defended, that had to be done. Played in with accuracy. Oh, good interception. Promising move that, good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. Tries to get it forward quickly. Goretzka. And here's Kane. And he's there to hoof it away. A couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Here's the ball in. Defending of the desperate variety. That's pretty clear, it is a foul. Looking to widen the gap even further here. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. He's gone for it! Towering header! This could fall anywhere! And it's Goretzka. Goes for goal! Just off target.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work though.
Goretzka. Hits one! Decent enough try.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Hoists it forward, dashing forward at pace. Batshuayi! They've got it! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? That was a given, it always was.
Yeah, and all engineered, Peter, by some smart running and movement. That's already something to admire, but how about the pass? Just wonderful, loved it.
Frankfurt give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish. He gets past his man. He's gone for it! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class rage.
It's wrestled off the ball. And that's that. Well, whatever the shortcomings on either side, it was a great game to watch, just one between them. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, if ever there was a good tone setter for a football match, that was it. First minutes, first shot, first goal.
Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town, and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too, and all of it adds up to make a terrific, a crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, will be quite a spectacle. We are in this super stadium for a super club, truly one of the iconic buildings of 21st century sport, the Allianz Arena. We have already started here. Forward it goes. What a ball this is! Hits one! Knocks it away. Goes for goal! Defending of the desperate variety. It's a loose ball.
These early exchanges have been frenetic. Looks like we have a proper game on our hands, Peter.
Well positioned to make that interception. Wolfsburg haven't lost any of their last 5 games on the road. Plays it out to the flank. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Look at the defender bombing forward. Oh, good interception. That looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it. Davis, and a shot! Cleared away, gorgeous control there. A buccaneering run from the defender. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Cut out in the nick of time. Kimmich drives it forward. Done very well to intervene. Still goalless at the moment. Oh, he's broken through. Kimmich. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Oh, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Hoists it forward. Battles to win it back. And it's played forward. Ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. And now the breakaway. Deftly done. Cuts it out.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Chance! Knocks it away. Tries to get it forward quickly. Kimmich drives it forward. A real chance to break. Neuer sends that a long way. Well played, he saw that coming. And we've reached half-time. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. What's the first half compared with your expectation?
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
Interesting half. Has a pop! He's pulled off a fine save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra-sharp.
Header! Good stop. That wasn't easy.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Wolfsburg contested that thriller-minute draw last time. Oh, good take in a good area. Danger averted for now. And that's been won straight back. Breaks on here. That's great strength on the ball. He's gone for it! It's a goal! The second half starts straight into life.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
A 1-0 lead established.
Oh, half-time has been a blessing for this team. You know, what a great start to the second half.
More than happy to take the muscular approach. Surely! Hoists it forward.
It's exactly the start to this second half they would have hoped for. They can build on that morale boost and confidence and finish the contest by really taking the game to the opposition now.
Over to the left. And help's available out wide. Beautifully done. Delivers across. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. They've played it short. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And it's hoisted clear. That's a brilliant interception. And it's played forward. He's off on a marauding run. Gets it back. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort.
Kimmich plays it out to the wing. Loose ball, who's going to get that? Loses his balance and loses the ball. The only goal came in the early moments of the second period, and the score is 1-0. Keeper sends it forward. And it's Davis. Oh, he's in! Forward it goes.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise. There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
And it's played forward.
Well, to be honest, I think they're all show and no substance. Where's the final product?
Chance to shoot!
This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
He's made sure that that won't get through.
Wolfsburg are actually displaying tremendous fighting spirit. There's a real belief that they can still have a say.
It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Time is ebbing away, but it feels like an eternity when you're holding on to a slender lead. Dinks one in. That's a good ball to find. Goes for goal! Big relief. It just needed better contact.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began...
And they've been caught out here. Just a few more moments for them to hang on. He's managed to get himself offside.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Keeper's got good distance on that. Neuer gets it upfield. Good challenge, he just stood firm.
Well, it seems obvious that the plan is to try and get their passing game going again, but not with that lack of quality.
The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Terrific contest. It really might have tipped either way. Well, there is a real sense of expectation here. It verges, in fact, on quiet confidence. There should be little doubt that they are favourites to make it through. After all, a point is all that is needed, but it is a job that still needs to be done. Excitement, expectation, but not quite certainty. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. So, first mission just about accomplished. Time now to look ahead.
Yeah, on a night when a point will suffice, they have to take to the field, Peter, with a mindset to win. Everything else will then take care of itself until the draw is made for the round of 16. They cannot allow a muddled mindset.
And we're underway. Poveda. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that. Shot! And he's found the net! And that really is so impressive. Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
That's the way you go about things if you want to qualify. It's superb.
Perez doesn't get the pass he's looking for. And that is as far as they're going to go. Can't get the better of his opposite number. Davis. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Strong challenge, but well within the laws.
Porto have pushed both fullbacks into quite advanced positions here.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what are they attempting to do?
Well, it's a bold attempt, in my opinion, to occupy the opposition in a way they're not expecting.
Davis crosses it in. Kane, now it's Kane. Goalkeeper's ball. Forward it goes. Back into the middle. And now the breakaway. He's picked him out. Perez gets it away. Gets wrestled off the ball. Turns and goes back. Has a pop! You can get that clear. Can he deliver? Chooses to go back. Davis. It's out for a goal kick. Oh, that's a waste. Tar. They just need to avoid defeat. It would mean so much to them. Played into space out wide. Good clearance and very necessary. Incoming cross. It's a clearance, but not much of one. And it's Goretzka. Goes for goal! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Yeah, the shot was enabled, Peter, due to such smart control and technique.
He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Kane. It's Kane! Another chance! Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Tries to get it forward quickly. He's found his man. Kane. He's had a go! He's scored! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
So that's two now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Both sides a bit lacking in intent. Poveda. Chance to break. And it's Davis. Gnabry. He's made sure that that won't get through. A real chance to break. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So your views on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time. So we're just settling back into this second half. Aimed in towards the centre, and that's been well dealt with. Clears it out of harm's way. So here comes the substitution. Hoists it forward. Davis.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Davis. Going through. But that is good defending. It's been repelled.
Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up.
Has a hit! Tries to get it clear. Goes for it! Defending of the desperate variety. Played out to the right. He's got away. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there. Has a pop! Yes! And they are cruising away. Just so calm under pressure.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked the scoring position when it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business, that.
His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. 3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Now it's Luke de Jong. Poveda going for goal! No mistake! And they are right back within touch! Simplicity itself.
Yeah, and all engineered, Peter, by some smart running and movement. That's already something to admire, but how about the pass? Just wonderful. Loved it.
Porto give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. What an adventurous run from a defender. Has a go! It's off target and by quite a way.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
Porto can make their change now with a break in play. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Out towards the flank. Look at the defender bombing forward. Big chance! Oh, it's there! He was never going to miss from there.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great coaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
This is threatening to become a really good game.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
And here's Canabry. Ball's loose, who's getting there? He gets past his man. Room for a shot. Poveda gets it out to the wing. Well, there's going to be another change here.
This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frightened of people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield too.
It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Goretzka! It's broken loose. And that would have won it.
Yeah, he knew only too well that to concede then would have been tough to recover from. That could prove a big moment in this game.
Last-ditch shapes to shoot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Oh, no, that was a chance. What a chance.
Perez. And it's played forward, cuts it out. Forward it goes. Defenders on the back foot. Goretzka. Davis.
This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
Gnabry. Tries to get it forward quickly.
Well, what we're witnessing now just goes against the grain. They're not going to get back into the game like this.
Look, with time running out, they have to get the ball in the penalty box, and if it means a long punt, then so be it. They've got to give themselves a chance.
Almost there, and the players can feel it.
Porto have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
Gets the better of his man. Perez. Now the counter. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Poveda. Goretzka. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, just see the thrill amongst the players. They have made it into the knockout stage. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, that is one big weight off your shoulders now. Progress that was well warranted if you consider the performances to this point. And I think with the pressure off, they can already start their preparations for the next step, which puts them in great position.